Welcome back, friends, to another vlog here at a renovation project that we call Once Upon a Reno. Last time we left you, we gave you a full tour of this 5-story brownstone, so if you haven't already, go back and check that out. Today it is a gloomy summer day here in Brooklyn. However, there is so much light inside this brownstone project of ours. We're going to take you inside and show you some major updates here on this renovation project.
So you can see that we have our huge double floor 2-story opening ready to go. We're gonna have a lot of glass that goes in here. It's kind of hard to see right now because we have all these tarps and stuff because we haven't gotten the windows installed yet. But all of the brick all the way around this was all repointed, so it looks really beautiful. It's also very structurally sound, but you have to see this from the inside. Come take a look. So we're here in the double height space. This is going to be such an amazing space. It connects the kitchen to the family room, but a lot had to happen in order to make this a reality. So you see all of this steel here. This was just 2 floors of space. So there were joists that were connecting this, and to be able to remove all of that and have this really tall space, all of this steel had to come in. So you see there's steel that goes up all around the double height opening where the windows are going to go. There's a steel beam in between. We even had to put steel on the sides here, and where the banquette, the breakfast area is going to go. There's a platform that's all steel, and this new staircase coming down. So
Elephants really can come and party here. This is so structurally sound, and it's an old building, so we wanted to make sure that we are respecting the history, the past of this building, but also making sure that it's structurally secure for the future of this home.
And we're standing here in this space, and we've been in this space so many times before this enormous opening was created. It's still half covered because there's a tarp here. We haven't gotten the windows in yet, but there's so much light.
So much light.
We're really seeing how this is going to let so much light into not only this space, but all the neighboring spaces, the kitchen and the family room as well.
I'm really excited for the checkerboard floors that we are doing here on this very cozy living area that the family I know will have plenty of movie nights. But another thing I'm really looking forward to in the space is this mid-century modern fireplace that we are putting right here in this corner. It is going to vent outside, and it is just going to be beautiful and be really a design moment here in this double height space. So on the other side of the room, you'll see a brand new staircase. This is a steel staircase. So again, going back to that structurally sound space that will have the landing going from the top of the banquette in the kitchen area down to the space so that you can, inside the home, come down to this ground floor here. That is going to open up into this beautiful checkerboard. A brand new powder room is over here on my left side here. Of course, we got a powder room in. And then we're gonna have a really nice bar area here underneath the staircase. Every inch of this home, design, storage matters. So we are building into underneath the staircase, and that's gonna open up here to this grand living room with really comfortable couches, warm textiles, a place that just feels like you never wanna leave.
One question that we get a lot when we show houses at this stage is why sometimes we do wood framing and sometimes we use steel studs in the walls. And right now we have this wood framing here, and sometimes there isn't a really good reason for it, sometimes there is. Wood can be structural, so if it's a wall that we need to have some structure in it, we need to kind of like support what's above, it's always going to be wood. Steel would never do that. The advantage with using steel is it's very lightweight. And so if we want to like make sure that we're not making things too heavy, make the construction a little easier, we'll use the steel. We use this wood here against this wall. This is the original brick. And originally what they would have done is just put the plaster right on top of it. But It's never really straight when you do that. This brick is kind of all over the place because it's very old. So we're framing out a new wall in front of it, and that gives us the ability to run our electrical and our outlets, but also be able to build a straight wall.
So right now we again are in this living room area here on the garden floor. We're gonna take you guys down to the cellar, what's underneath this garden. Usually it's spaces that we don't really take you in. Sometimes Brooklyn basements are creepy, but you're not gonna believe the amount of work we've done down here. Okay, work with us here. It's still very much a work in progress. But guys, I don't know if you can tell from this video, but I'm just gonna hold my hands up here. This ceiling height is insane and very uncommon here in Brooklyn. But trust me, it's been a lot of work. We have excavated down and gained about
a foot.
About a foot of space here in this Brooklyn basement. These beautiful original arches, we definitely are leaning into this for design wise, but now we have this entire space to design, and really excited that we're bringing in like a spa down here. So we're gonna have a steam room, we're gonna have a sauna, and it's gonna be a place that is really special and still feels connected to the entire home.
So you can see on this brick column here how much height we were able to gain. So where the paint stops, right about right here, is where the old floor used to be. So the height wasn't really that bad in this basement, this cellar to begin with, but we were able to dig down further than that, and actually much past where this slab is right now, because we had to go down another 8 inches or so to be able to build back up for this slab. So we were left with about a foot of more space in the for the ceiling height here, which is huge down here. It actually is going to make this like another floor of the house. So they're gaining so much more living space, and it makes this 5-story brownstone a 6-story brownstone.
Yeah, we get asked a lot how can be affordable options to dig down in your cellar, and there's a couple ways of going about it. This is a full excavation. So that's when you're really taking all that soil, digging down to the foundation, and then kind of underpinning from down below. The other option, which is a more affordable option, is bench footing. And that's when you're gonna do the perimeter of the space, dig down there, and then put concrete bench footing around the edge here.
And you can see that right here. So we have this bench right here. In this house, we were very fortunate that a lot of these foundation walls actually extended down low enough. But there is a spot right here where they didn't. And so that's why we had to put this bench foot in, just in this one location. But it was very, very rare that this house actually had all of the foundations that actually went low enough so that we could excavate down and not have to underpin and not have to bench foot, except for this one little area. Unfortunately, we found that we had to, but much better than having to do the entire
So the main part is done. We dug down, the new concrete is on the floor. We're gonna finish up the necessary items here in the renovation. That's putting in all the HVAC, which we're actively working on right now. Running all of the electrical, getting everything set up, and then we'll go back and repoint the walls on both sides. And really, this is when the space will turn into a finished space, and I'm really looking forward to that just because of this health spa-like thing down here. I think it's important in design nowadays, and I think this is going to be a prime example of that.
So we showed you the double height space. We just showed you the cellar space. Lots of work has happened there because of all the structural stuff. But let's go back upstairs, and we're gonna give you a quick tour of the other floors of the house, because we've done a lot of framing and you can really see how the rooms are laying out. So the second floor is totally devoted to the primary bedroom, closet, and bathroom. This is the primary bedroom. It's all framed, so we can now see what it's gonna look like, and it is gorgeous. We also have this room right here, which I'd love for you to try to guess what this room is, because it's so big, it looks like another bedroom, but it's actually the closet. We're gonna have double pocket doors on both sides here. We're gonna have really beautiful arch over them. As we pass through the closet, we're now in the primary bathroom. We have a WC room, we have a linen closet, we have a huge shower that we actually had to source one slab of stone for the wall. We had to find a slab that was big enough, and this entire wall is gonna be a slab of beautiful marble. And then back here, we're gonna have split vanities and a beautiful tub right between these two windows. And then finally, this little room is gonna be a gorgeous little library room. We're gonna have a wall of bookshelves. It's all gonna be color drenched, and we're gonna have a door that leads out to a terrace. Now let's head upstairs. Jordan's gonna show you around the next floor up.
All right, come up with me. We're gonna take you to the boys' floor, the kids' room, and another guest bedroom. Lots of framing, plumbing, electrical, all done, but this is going to be the boys' room. I'm really excited for this. Again, this family is South American. Traditionally, the boys want to stay together, but we have the opportunity for them to have separate bedrooms as they grow older. But for now, we're gonna do his and his bedroom here, desk space. They're in elementary, middle school, so this is gonna be a prime area for them just to hang out. That's gonna segue here into the bathroom. And then we have a guest bathroom that will have its entrance over here. And then this is going to be a flex room. Maybe one of the boys, as they grow older, this will be his new room. They can use that as a guest bedroom right now. Its own little closet and also an ensuite bathroom. Let's head up to the top floor. This is our personal favorite floor. Lots of progress, but still a long ways to go. This is always the part I start getting out of breath.
This is such a cool space, and it's pretty unique because most brownstones are 4 stories. We're on the 5th floor. So if you count the cellar, it's the 6th floor. We're on the top floor of this place, and you can see that we've completely opened it up. It is open from front to back. There's no walls right now. And one of the biggest things that we've done so far is we have added this huge skylight right here. And so what we're doing with this space is we're creating kind of like an indoor garden. So this area right here is gonna kind of feel like you're outside, you're under these skylights. There's gonna be a beautiful tiled floor. And then all of the walls on this floor are gonna be glass partitions. So you're gonna have glass partitions going into an office space and glass partitions going into the playroom back here. So it's gonna be a really striking space. It's a little different. It's gonna be a little departure from the rest of the house, which is really exciting, but I think it's just gonna be a beautiful light-filled space.
And right now, if we're in the middle of summer, it's really hot, but it brings me such great joy to see all these HVAC units going on because this house is gonna be fully air conditioned, also perfect in the winter for heat. And this is always the messy part, but definitely the most important part. So hopefully on the next one, we're gonna start bringing in some pretty finishes. We really love this journey and so glad that you guys seem to be loving this too. Make sure you're subscribed to our video, like this video, share it with a friend or two, and we'll see you on the next one. Signing off from Once Upon a Reno. Bye everyone.